Alright.
What week are we in?
Alright, so we are 117.60. Steve is 117.64-1. I'm 114.67-1.
By the way, welcome to this week's picks.
I recommend, I dedicate this week's picks to Mark Tauchi, my video production teacher.
And I was told I got to behave this week or I'll get edited out of here. I don't know where that influence came from. But from that, we're going to move on here, okay? So where were we on standings here, bud?
You're 117.64-1. I'm 114.67-1.
Oh, I gained a game last week, huh?
Yeah.
I still believe you're letting me win.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
All right, let's start off the first game. We're going to go here. This is the Cowboys versus the Bears in Chicago. Does it matter that the Bears are in Chicago?
Yeah, really.
It doesn't matter, does it?
No.
No, it doesn't matter.
I'm thinking Des Bryant, DeMarco Murray, they're both going to have pretty good games. And I'm going to pick the Cowboys.
Well, I got to agree with you, Jake. I think they're going to have great games. Besides, there's a rumor going out that Trestman's going back to music. So he may not be coaching much more. So if that's the case, then they're really going to be hurting, and I'm going to the Cowboys.
All right, so now we got the Jets taking on the Vikings. And pretty good game here. We got Percy Harvin against his former team. This could be a game that you could see some pretty good pick returns. Cordero Patterson and Percy Harvin. I'm picking the Vikings. I think it's going to come down to the wire, though. Well, I don't know.
I'm thinking this is going to be a blowout. I think the Jets have called it quits. Their coach is truly disappointed based on his last press conference, and I don't know. I just think the Vikings have been playing pretty good at home, and that's where we're going to go. And we've got the Steelers against the Bengals.
I've got the Bengals. It's in Cincinnati, so...
And this is kind of a toss-up, and I just went with the home team, too. I'll go with the Bengals. Steelers, I guess they have a few hurt people, but they kind of been sputtering a little bit, so I'm going with the Bengals.
All right. Pretty good game here. We got the Colts taking on the Browns. I'm gonna pick the Colts here. I just like Andrew Luck. He's just a really good quarterback, and I'm picking the Colts.
Well, they're trying to figure out who their quarterback is. I mean, they're having a good year, and all of a sudden the Browns are fighting over a quarterback. I think it's nothing but demise. They want to have Johnny Football in there or, Hoyer, and I think that they're going to make a mistake and go with Johnny Football. It kind of ruined some of the camaraderie they've got on the team already. So I am going to go with the Colts as well. I think this is going to be a kind of you're going to see a lot of news come out of this game.
All right, so now we got the Ravens taking on the Dolphins. I've got the Ravens.
Yeah, I took the Ravens too, although the Dolphins have been playing pretty good. They're just so tough to predict this year. So I'm going to take the Ravens.
So now we got the Texans taking on the Jaguars. I got the Texans on the road.
Yeah, I was almost going to pick the upset, but then, I'm going, don't be silly. I'm going with the Texans. Jaguars had their week last week. They're done for the year.
All right, so now we got the Buccaneers taking on the Lions. And I'm going to pick the Lions.
I don't know what's going on this week, Jake. We're kind of agreeing on everything. I have to go with the Lions as well.
Okay, Rams taking on the Redskins.
Who?
Washington. And
who's taking in Washington?
The Rams.
So it's the Rams against Washington.
Yeah. Okay. I'm picking the Rams. I started off picking Washington, but then I switched. The Rams have just been pretty good this year. They beat a couple pretty good teams. Like they beat the 49ers earlier this year. They beat the Broncos. I think the Rams will win, and they blew out Raiders last week.
Yeah, and I think you're right on that. I think you're right on it from a different reason. I think the Rams got far better coaching than the Redskins. I don't know that Jay Gruden is ready to be a coach as good as his brother, but the Rams have been playing some pretty good games. I'm going with the Rams as well.
All right, so now I got the Panthers taking on the Saints. I'm picking the Saints. It's in New Orleans, so Yeah, picking the Saints.
Yeah, Saints at home against the pathetic Panthers. Easy pick. We'll go with the Saints.
Alright, so now we got the Giants taking on the Titans. The Giants are just coming off losing to the Jaguars. The Jaguars. I'm picking Titans.
Well, here's where I'm going to differ with you. I really think that this is where Tom Coughlin's coaching does kick in. Some people say he's not a very good coach, but 2 Super Bowl wins and coaching in New York isn't easy. I got a feeling that this is going to be a big blowout for the Giants, and the Titans are going to take it on the chin.
Now we got the Bills taking on the Broncos.
Wait, this is a family pick, by the way. It's never any different. I don't know why we even read the options when Jake picks this team. But any game, Jake has picked the Broncos 75 times in a row now. So who are you picking, Jake?
Broncos.
76. Anyway.
Whatever. You're not even counting. Whatever.
All right. I've got to go with the Broncos, too. At home against the Bills, I think it'll be a blowout.
Alright, so now we got the Chiefs taking
Who?
on Kansas City taking on the Cardinals. Pretty good game, but I'm picking the Cardinals at home.
Yep. Cardinals got a good team this year. Kansas City had a good year last year, and they're struggling. They're pretty well coached, but I think they got some injuries that are keeping them down, and they're on the road. So I've got to go with the Cardinals.
Alright, in my opinion, this is the game of the week right here. We got the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. I got the Eagles.
I do too, but I think more than anything, the best thing to be watching this week in this game, the Seahawks and the Eagles, is watch the sideline. Pete Carroll's going to be crying at least 10 times during this game. You got to watch this, and Philadelphia fans are going to be all over him. I predict at least 10 shots of tears out of Pete Carroll during this game.
Alright, so now we got the 49ers taking on the Raiders. Most people are maybe picking the Raiders for an upset here, but my question is why? They just got blown out by the Rams 52-0. I'm picking the 49ers. That's just embarrassing.
Well, I would like to see the 49ers get beat by the Raiders. I mean, wouldn't that be beautiful? But, Oakland beats San Francisco. But there's just no way about it. The 49ers are just too good. The Raiders are too bad. I'm going with the 49ers as well.
Okay, so this could be a pretty good game too. Sunday night we got the Patriots taking on the Chargers. I'm taking the Patriots to bounce back here against the Chargers.
You're picking the Patriots?
Mm-hmm.
Can we edit that and change it? You're sure you want the Patriots?
Yes.
We don't have to edit that?
Yes.
You know how to edit that, don't you? Okay. Well, we're going to stick with the Patriots here. Chargers got a good team. It's just they're not good enough.
Alright, so now Falcons taking on the Packers on Monday night. I got the Packers.
And Daniel Klein, your Packers have been playing pretty darn good, and they've been scoring like crazy. I don't think there's any way the Falcons can beat them because they can't play defense anyway. They gave up 52 points to who? Minnesota? And that offense isn't anywhere as close to the Packers. I'm thinking this is a game where the Packers might score 60 points. It's possible, don't you think? I think Bart Starr is going to throw at least 7 touchdowns during this game.
I mean Aaron Rodgers.
Bart Starr. Isn't he the quarterback there? I guess I'm not keeping up on the Packers, but we'll still pick them. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.